Hey guys, welcome to the RDR Celebrity Show, powered by Solution Center. We are absolutely excited today. We've got a big one. This is all about supporting local, national, international celebrities that are across the globe. And right here on our doorstep, we do have an absolute legend. We're going to be introducing him now. A reminder, follow us on all our social media platforms, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We've also got Twitter, as well as looking at TikTok as well. I think we might throw a little TikTok there, Shawnee. Shaun De Souza, the current head coach of the Zimbabwe under-20s and the winning team as well, back-to-back African Cups. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Robbie.
Good. Shaun, let's just talk about your road in coaching. We're going to unpack a little bit who Shaun De Souza is. Tell me a little bit about your coaching experiences and how you got into it.
Yeah, it's an interesting journey, Robbie. It's like, I think it all started around 2011. I went to a schoolboy game, St. George's, Prince Edward, the derby on Weaver. And Prince Edward got hammering. They got thumped by St. George's that weekend. And obviously, being an old boy, being an old tiger, thinking, what can you do from the sidelines? I engaged in Godwin Morambia, who was the head coach then. I think Gary Hewitt was also involved in the system. Sebastian Garikai was sports director. And then I went into the system and I asked how I could be of help. They gave me the sevens team and the second team. And that's where the journey began.
Well, I had a little stint with you actually at Prince Edward. I saw how you coach and just the ethos that you bring into the guys. That obviously has developed over the years, where you've now got a lot of credentials behind you, to level 3, and you're obviously progressing to become, hopefully, who knows, down the line. What are the plans?
Yeah, Robbie, it was a good journey. I took over as head coach in 2014. Had an unbeaten season in 2017. Got my rankings level 2 and level 3. I've been accredited level 3 coach since 2017. I'm a world rugby educator. So yeah, I'm all rugby through and through. And that's the passion, and that's where the journey all began.
Wow. So that's what we're producing here in Zimbabwe, accredited coaches like this. Shaun, obviously now it's gone into, took over with the Junior Sables. Tell us a little bit about that road.
Okay, my journey actually started as manager. I've managed the age group teams, the Grand Nkomo under-16 team. I've managed the under-18 Craven Week team. I've also had a stint as under-20 team manager in 2016. So yeah, that's where my journey actually started as manager. And then in 2021, 2020, I was then given the opportunity to coach the sevens under-18 school team that went to Namibia for the Capricorn 7 series, where we came second to South Africa, and we lost to in the finals. That was my first coaching job, and then I was fortunate then to get the appointment for the Junior Sables in 2021.
Well, talking about the Junior Sables, we've got trophies in the house here at Solution Center. It is the Under-20 Baths Trophy, Nairobi, Kenya 2023. There is a 2022 trophy as well, right there. Back-to-back winners. What an incredible story.
Yeah, Robbie. I took over the Under-20 as Under-20 head coach in 2021. We were ranked 6th in the Baths tier. Yeah, it was a tough one because no one really wanted to play for the Under-20s. It was a thing that was for those leftovers, and I tried to build in an ethos of want, of hunger. We created a theme, capture the heart behind the jersey. Reason being, most of these youngsters leave high school, go to university, and they go at different times of the year. So some leave in February, some live in July, August. So yeah, it was quite a thing to work on, to try and get the guys wanting to play for the green and white again, wanting to come back from the university systems, from the high performance environments, to come back and play for the country. So that was our task, and I think it's worked well. Our inclusivity has helped us. We've drawn players from all over the country. We haven't specifically looked at guys who've made Craven Week. We've drawn players, anyone that played rugby at first team has the opportunity to come and put their hand up for selection with the under-20s.
Well, just a few weeks ago, Shaun showed me a plaque of all the kids that have come through his system. Now I say kids because they're coming from under 19 into under 20. They're still youngsters coming through there. I mean, you almost needed a bigger plaque, isn't it?
Yeah, no, Robbie, what it is for me, it's about leaving a legacy and inclusivity, because the journey we've had, we've played 12 internationals, we've lost 1 game, so 11 out of 12. That is a brilliant result, but it's not just the current crop that have achieved that result. So for me, that's a memorabilia for everyone that was part of the system that started this journey, and that's what we're about.
Well, let that sink in. 11 out of 12 games that they've won. I mean, that is just exceptional, and you've built that ethos, a winning ethos that is happening at the under 20 level. Checking out now, obviously this has now got you into the World Cup. Tell us a little bit about the World Cup journey, because that must be exciting stuff. And you're backing yourself.
Robbie, that's an interesting one. It's always been part of the plan. Going to win the African Cup, the Barts Trophy, is always, it gives you the platform to go and compete with the best. Moving to the Junior World Trophy, you've got the best of Asia, you've got the best of all the other continents that are in that tier. In Pool A this year, we play against Scotland, Uruguay, and between Canada and USA. Canada and USA have already played their first game out of the 2 playoff games. They play their second game today, but at this stage, it looks like USA will be coming through in our pool.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the competition is there. Zimbabwe certainly preferring their chances there, and we certainly are right behind them as well. I mean, the under-20s are just are really the platform. What is next for Shaun De Souza in 5 years?
Robbie,
where do you want to be?
That's a question, a good question. My plan was, I still have a 4-year plan to complete, which started in 2021. I think in the next 2 years, I'll be telling you a different story.
Okay. And there's big opportunities. There's opportunities all over. So we're going to be watching this man. We're going to be following him. I mean, we've actually followed you for a long time, Shaun, I think in all the various interviews and what we've done, but I want to pick your brain a little bit and get the funny side of Shaun De Souza. What's been the funniest thing that's ever experienced on a tour? And I know you love tours.
Funniest thing that's I've experienced on a tour. Normally there's a saying, what goes on tour stays on tour.
Not on this show. Dig deep, brother. Give it to us.
Okay, I'll give you one. It was my rookie year. I had played my first game for the Sables, the senior Sables team. Brendan Dawson was my captain. I had players like Victor Olonga, Brighton Chivandire, Kennedy Simba in that team. So yeah, it was quite a star-studded Zimbabwean outfit. And it was after the game, so it was initiation time. In front of everyone, all the guests at the function after the game, I was asked to pull down my pants, and the captain had a belt, a big black belt, that he was going to give me a couple of strokes with as initiation. And I turned him down. I told him I'm not doing that. So yeah, that was one of those. And yeah, I asked for anything else besides that. And yeah, the other else happened.
Oh yeah, we'll leave that. What goes on tour stays on tour. Right. Check out as well your fondest memory of rugby.
Fondest memory, I think it'll go back to that era as well. Debuting for the national team. Playing in a curtain raiser versus Namibia, which has always been our menace. At Ellis Park, curtain raising the All Blacks Springbok game.
How nice was Ellis
Park? That
was
a wonderful moment for me.
Wow, that's incredible. Your proudest moment as a rugby coach?
As a rugby coach, will definitely come close by. The unbeaten season with the schoolboy team has always been something that I'm proud of. We're doing well this season as well. We'd like to achieve that as a double in my tenure.
Don't say you're doing well when you're unbeaten. He's unbeaten. Prince Edward's unbeaten. I watched them last week commentated. They were absolutely incredible, and I mean you can just see your development through there as well.
No, we'll take each game as it comes, Robbie.
Yeah,
but
fair enough.
yeah, we have an end game, but we will we will take each game as it comes.
Yeah.
And an unbeaten season will be phenomenal. The teams out there are playing top-notch rugby. We've got brilliant coaches out there, and they're putting in the time. And rugby is definitely at another level in the country.
Absolutely. We're going to ask Shaun De Souza now, who inspires you?
Inspiration. I think my inspiration comes from close home, but it's not specifically people that have inspired me to coach, who I've emulated. I think my inspiration in coaching was actually based on some of the coaches that coached me. I had coaches like Ian Robinson, the late, Gordon Murambiwa. We all know him as Jaws.
Yeah.
I had Bunny Bredderton in my rookie year at school. I even had Kevin Atkinson, who was he was actually my first coach. He took me off the hockey field and brought me onto the rugby field.
Good man, Kevin.
So yeah, I think all those people played a big part in what I've become as a rugby coach, and what I will take forward in all my rugby.
For people watching out there, what inspiration have you got for people out there, youngsters, people watching Shaun De Souza? What inspiration can you give them?
The inspiration is there is nothing too hard to achieve. With commitment, dedication, just passion, you can achieve whatever you want to aim for. So the sky's the limit. If you fall, you land on the cloud.
Oh, I like that. Shaun De Souza, all the best for the World Cup. We are right behind you. Obviously, we want to make sure that the RDR Celebrity Show is right behind you as well. We're going to be following that. Hopefully, when you come back with some medals or something, we're going to have you back in here and we're going to make sure. But thank you very much. It's been awesome to chat to you again. Guys, remember to follow us on all our social media platforms. That was Shaun De Souza, the current under-20 Sables coach. We're going to catch you next week from us on the RDR Celebrity Show. Powered by Solution Center, we say cheers.
Welcome to the RDR Celebrity Show with Robbie Durant. Every week, interviewing local, national and international celebrities. Proudly powered by Solution Center.